welcome to Mikeneko Sensei, yeah! Yes. I had a birthday recently. I turned 35. I'm old. As things have been kind of difficult for the past 2 months, I tend to either buy lots of whiskey or lots of books. And so as I have a family and a baby now, I went for the books. I'm trying to grow as a person, be more responsible, and be a good dad. And so this video is essentially going to be me geeking out about all the books that I bought in preparation for my 35th birthday. I warn you, I get very, very excited about the books that I bought. If this is your first time, hello and welcome. It's wonderful to see you. If it's not your first time, second, third, maybe even fourth time, thank you so much for stopping by again. I really appreciate it. Okay, first book is, oh my God. So I'm not sure if this came out before or after the film. I think it's after, but this is the novel, it says right here, Shosetsu, of Tonari no Totoro. And I'm incredibly excited to read this. It has Miyazaki's art. And so it's like, there's nothing bad about this book. The only challenge is for the Kyoiku kanji, the 1st through 6th grade kanji, it doesn't have readings. It doesn't have furigana. And so that's a potential challenge. But as I've been reading more and getting better at readings, and as I've gone through RTK, it's certainly challenging as there are a ton of words I don't know. But if there isn't a challenge, why do it? And so that's the first one. I'm trying to keep these short because I already recorded one once and it was like 17 minutes. And I hadn't even gone through half the books. So let's do this. Let's go through it fast, man. And so next book. Oh, Happy Feet. I love this film so much. If you've been paying attention to the books that I've been reading over the past 8 months, when I did the video on reading 100 books in 8 months, one of the first books I read was the novelization of Parts of the Caribbean. And so I've been scared of novelization since I started because it was so frustrating. But in preparation for the books that I wanted to buy, I started thinking about novelizations that I really, really would love to read. And as I thought more about it, it wasn't so much the books that I really wanted to read, it was the ones that I would enjoy reading the explanation and descriptions of. And so that changed my approach quite a bit. And so with this one, I was like, how would they describe the singing and the dancing? I don't know. And if you go to Book Off, these are like 108 yen, and that's like $1. It's like, even if you don't like it, it's $1. It's $1. And so yes, I really want to read this. This one doesn't have furigana for the Kyoiku kanji. Again, 1st through 6th grade kanji. So this one is challenging, but it, in my opinion, it's very much worth the read. And then another novelization that I want to read is Moana. Again, it was the songs. How would they describe the songs? And then I want to see the relationship, how the relationship is described between Moana and Maui. And like, I really love this film because it's very much a story that I relate to about moving from America to Japan. You know, and this is very much a story about moving to another island. And so it's like moving to another country effectively. And so this film always hits me hard when I watch it. So that's one that I'm incredibly excited to read. This one has furigana for all the kanji, so that's cool. And then this book, oh my God. I shouldn't be this excited about it, but look at this. Look at this. The cat is Sherlock Holmes. This looks like a super girly book, but I don't care. You put cats and Sherlock Holmes together, I'm gonna buy that book. This is very similar to a light novel, but I think light novels, stereotypically are for junior high school students. That's like the difficulty level, I think. And if you look on the back of it, it says it's for upper level elementary school students. So I don't think this qualifies as a light novel per se, but that's okay. It's a cat, it's a Sherlock Holmes cat, and so that's a winner for me. And so then we have this book. This is a novelization of Mary and the Witch's Flower. This doesn't have hardly any furigana, so this is a lot more challenging. Very early in the process of the 100 Books project, I went through the ehon, the book that's very much like these, and has pictures but a lot more description of what's going on in the films. And so I went through that, and as I already have a basis, I was like, oh man, that would be so cool to go through because this is only exposition and description. And so I thought, that'd be interesting to read. And 110 yen, can't go wrong. $1. So there's that book. As I'm getting obsessed with novelizations, I found this, the junior novelization of Jurassic Park. So as you may have seen before, I have the actual book of Jurassic Park. This is the first part. There are 2 parts to this book, so it's kind of thick. As I mentioned before, this book is incredibly dense and incredibly difficult. If you've read it in English, you'll know that it's difficult. I've read it many times in English, and it's a hard book. It's not an easy book. And so I thought to myself, I want to read this, but I can't read the real book yet. Is there another way to do it? They made a movie. The movie's different from the book. I wonder if they made a novelization. And then come to find out, yes, they did. And so I bought this, and then I got it home, and there is hardly any furigana. And so it's like, oh, if I read this first, it'll prepare me for that one. And so that's, that's not a bad thing. So then I'm reading this at the moment. Oh my God, I'm so excited to read this book. This is the kid's biography of Einstein. And so I've gone through the audiobook of Walter Isaacson's biography of Einstein too many times. The first half probably 10 to 12 times, and the full thing probably 7 or 8 times. Like, I love that biography. And so I found this, and it was like, okay, this is a easier version of the biography. And so I thought, that'd be so cool to go through. I wonder if I can do it. So upon opening it up, it has furigana for everything. And I thought, oh man, I can do that. I've been reading through it about 15 pages a night. Today is the 4th day of the project of reading 15 pages a day. And so I'll hopefully be able to get through this in 2 weeks. It's not surprising how much I don't understand, but it's really cool when you can understand stuff. This has been very challenging, but incredibly rewarding to read. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. I had to wait to get this book because it was over 1,000 yen online for probably about 3 months. And then by chance, I found another listing of it on Amazon, and it was far cheaper. Okay. If you're not a fan of this film, you will not understand. This is the novelization of Alien, the first Alien film. And I cannot tell you how much I love this film. Oh man. It's all the edges, like the edges are all chewed up, and the paper is super yellow. I love everything about this book. Oh my God. Oh, it smells like a used bookstore. I love that so much. Oh, I love that smell so much. You can call me crazy. There are some people who are like, ew, I don't want to smell old books. That's like dead skin from people who have touched it. It's like, yeah, I know, but I don't know. I have a thing about this has been read by so many other people, and that's just, I don't know, there's something awesome about that. There's like an unseen community to this book, and it's like, I don't know, I'm weird. I love that so much. And so I am so excited to read this. And as you would expect, for one thing, it's old, so there's probably a lot of terms that aren't used anymore, but this is not going to be an easy book. And so while I am incredibly excited to read it, this is not going to be a book that I can read anytime soon. Okay, last book. Oh, man. Yes. Oh man. Oh my God. I watched this film so many times when I was in like 6th grade and up. This was back in the days of like VHSs and Laserdiscs. Oh my God, so nostalgic for me. This film and Akira were the 2 films that I watched incessantly. It's one of those things that I was obsessed with, that I will always have like a gut reaction of like, oh my God, whenever I see anything from it. And so finding the novelization of this film, oh my gosh, whenever I pick up this book, it's like the most sacred thing ever. I am so excited to read this. I cannot tell you how excited I am to read this. And so, as you would expect, hardly any furigana. Hardly any. And so again, this is going to be a book that I can't read incredibly soon, but I am waiting to be able to read it. And so having books like these, if you want to get good anywhere close to advanced, having these kinds of books that are just sitting there taunting you, they're going, hey, if you get better, you can read this. And then it just encourages you to keep getting better and keep reading and keep doing flashcards and bettering your game. And then every time you get discouraged or you get burnt out, you just look at those and you're like, man, I can't stop now. I have to keep reading. I have to keep listening. I want to read those one day. And so, yeah, I bought too many. All those books are probably like, I don't know, maybe $12, like 1,200 yen, 1,500 yen, somewhere in there. But like it's an investment. And so now I'm not buying any more books until I read those. And then if I read at least 1 or 2 books a month, then I can buy another book. And then I can't open it until I finish 1 or 2 books the next month. And so I'm trying to like psych myself up to read more than I buy, because I can't keep buying stuff. My wife will hurt me because we live in a tiny apartment, and every time I buy something, she's like, "You bought another book, didn't you?" The room keeps getting smaller. It's true. I'll be reading the Einstein book for the next 2 weeks, and I hope I get through that, and then I can go to the next one. And again, the more you read, the faster you can read, and the more encouraging it is for you to read stuff that you can't read now. And so just keep going, keep going, keep going. Listen, 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 read, 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 and just get in the habit of reading at least a little bit, a few pages a day. And if you do that, it's amazing how quickly you'll be able to read faster than you did before, and then you'll get more encouraged and be more excited to read stuff. It's just it's a vicious circle that is incredibly awesome and encouraging. That's, if all else fails, that's what I wish for you, is to be able to get into the habit of reading, so that you notice, oh my God, I can read faster, and then you keep wanting to read, and then you just keep getting better. It's such a great feeling. If you're in the first like 2 years, just listen as much as you can and just get really good at listening, and then start reading. But if you're in that like second, third, fourth year, if you feel pretty comfortable listening, then start reading, and then to get in the habit of at least reading a few pages a day. Like that's the thing that I can offer you that has helped me the most. If you're gonna get addicted to anything, get addicted to the things that are positive and optimistic and encouraging, and yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this to the end. If you in fact did, I really appreciate it. Let me know which book you like, which book you would want to read, anything you're reading now. And so yeah, stay safe, take care of yourself, take care of your friends, take care of your family, but most importantly, take care of yourself, because if you're not okay, then you can't do anything for anybody else around you. That is the thing that I have learned. It's like hardcore over the past month. So there's a bird trying to get in. Thank you again, and hopefully we will see you next week. Take care and stay safe.